as we are once again alive upon the internet. I now realize actually. Usually I start at the login screen, but didn't there. But that's fine. Let me double check that I set everything up correctly with the right titles and the right things and the right stuffs. And that my audio is fine. Yeah, all looks good. Yeah, let's actually, because my intention is to get them wasting. Actually record a thing. And that is some I'm gonna call it hot takes, but until the last few they're not actually that hot. As actually odds there. And yeah, kinda thinking where do I wanna do the intro. It's kinda thinking I was thinking of reusing this again. Maybe. Because we can also kind of come back to it a few times. And it wouldn't matter. Yeah, let's just use that. Just to get this going. Because I only have really like 3 hours after 5 my time. It's now 2. Which 4. Actually, let's just do that. Okay, we'll pin that actually. So people coming in, no, oh, and either Tennyson and either amateur. What you never got to. I'm glad you like it. And yeah, it's well worth having a negotiator going. It is one of the good red builds. It's basically, Strikers, Hunter's Fury, Negotiator. Those 3 are the 3 good red sets. I like the really good red sets. I should have had Golden Bullet off. Not that I'm gonna shoot anything or anything, but it's something might start fighting in the street and just Isaac will interject his Golden Bullet charging or whatever.
Anything that moves. I got one.
Hostile assembling Golden Bullet.
Okay.
Received. Golden Bullet.
I should just one shot. It's fine. As I was thinking of using this. This seems like a thing for for some hot takes. Wasn't there a lamp shining on this? Did I get damaged with explosion, I think? Damn it. I'll just use this though. Actually, let's also add. I was thinking. Yeah. This I don't know. I mean, yeah, if you watch a creator, the algorithm is pretty smart. Also pretty stupid sometimes because, yeah, sometimes it just you watch one thing and it goes, oh, you watch this one thing on this one subject just because it had an interesting like premise or something. Here, have a billion videos about this subject. Like I just watched a video on the Drake versus Kendrick Lamar thing. I don't care at all, but it seemed interesting. I was like, okay, this is like an hour thing. Let's just see what it. And now it's just bombarding me with videos about that, which is like, I wish you could just instead of just thumbs up and thumbs down, you need to be able to kind of tell the algorithm why you're watching the video, and then it can kind of. It would be nice, like if you just could say like, hey, I'm just watching this because it's a creator I like, or I'm just watching this because I have limited interest in this thing. Don't keep sending me there. Do not recommend for you. Yeah, I see the chat bot hasn't entered yet. Ooh. Although actually, well, usually it takes a few minutes, but okay. Just checking that was set to unpin after manually unpinning it. Yeah, let's record an intro. Let's first actually make sure that the hard disk is working. Is still spooled up. Oh, it's that loud. Oh, yeah, that's maybe a good way of doing it. Yeah, of course. There's a loud ice cream truck again. And this video is going to be about yeah, hot takes. Although it's mostly me just ranting. It's just me ranting about things that people say, and I'm like, I'm of a different opinion. Yeah, let's just get started. So yeah, it's a rambling talk. So, and for today's video, I want to ramble on for a bit about. Yeah. Yeah, let's we'll we need multiple takes, we'll have multiple takes. Hi, I'm IKEA, and for today's video, I want to ramble on for a bit about some hot takes. Although, well, the video is titled that. Not until the end do they really get hot. We're gonna start off with some mild takes, as we'll discuss a little bit of things that I feel the community says a lot, but I disagree with. Some are terms, and some are kind of fixed. Some are a little bit out there, maybe, and some are definitely against the grain. So yeah, we'll go over a ton of things as some of the terms, as like DZ exclusives and spec weapons, the opinion on spec weapons and global events, and as some people have that the devs should listen to the community, and also the stash and determined as that towards the end, which those two might actually be hot takes. So yeah, let's jump in with some terms. There was a lot of ums and ahs. I tried to keep the ums and ahs to a minimum. Let's try that one again. But then they're kind of like the shift there though, with like the zoom out, and together with that Hi, I'm IKEA, and for today's video, I want to ramble on for a bit about hot takes. Although a lot of these will be somewhat mild takes. Not until the end do we actually really get hot. And yeah, we're going to go over a lot of things that I've noted down, and we'll go one by one. Some of these are takes about things that the community says. Some of them are things about requests of the community that I kind of disagree with, and some are the inverse of people calling things certain things and me disagreeing with them. Basically, this is a video of me just yelling into the sky, and hope to make it entertaining along the way. Anyway, and yeah, we'll go over a bunch of things. Some being things like terms as multiplicative and DZ exclusive, which I feel I'm pretty, grounded in them, and just I can talk with some authority on them. Others towards the end, like stash and determined, might actually be hot takes. But we'll also go over some descent, some specialization weapons, some global events. Just a ton of things that I generally feel that I might be in the minority about the way that I feel them. And I thought I'd just put them out there as pieces of discussion, and also just, to kind of make my stance clear on some of them. So yeah, let's go get started. That felt a little bit better. How long was that? Let's put VLC over here. It was a minute 30 something. Minute 30. That's fine. Yeah, let's go. Which has the best DZ gate? I feel this has the best. Kind of like that shot. Yeah, let's record the first one right away, which is DZ exclusive. And we're gonna start off with a few terms that still get tossed around, which I disagree with. These shouldn't be hot takes, but I'm still putting them in here just to repeat them. I've done a video on them ages ago, several actually. And that is the term DZ exclusive and the term multiplicative. They get used wrongly so much still. So I thought I'd grab some attention still to them. Let's start off with DZ exclusive. We're at a DZ gate. There are no DZ exclusives anymore. This used to be a correct term in year one. This term still gets used because, of course, while we can go into the DZ and they still only drop in the DZ, you can also get them from the vendors, which you still would need to go to the DZ for. But of course, nowadays, you don't need to at all anymore. Everybody will, that is of sufficient SHE level, will have most of the DZ exclusives by not going into the DZ because they come from named caches. And of course, as well, if you have the blueprints from Descent, you can have them as well. Named caches have basically made the term DZ exclusive completely incorrect, because for most people, the source of DZ items will not be DZ, the DZ, it will be named item caches from global events, from reward tracks. And for the more players that have gone into Descent a lot, if I need something like a Matador, I can just go here and craft it because Descent gives them. And the issue that I have, of course, then with DZ exclusive is that it just confuses people. People will hear the term DZ exclusive, and I've seen this conversation dozens of times, and that is that, oh, it's a DZ exclusive, oh, but I don't like going to DZ. Oh, no, you can just go and get them from named caches. So they're not exclusive to the DZ then. The confusion comes from the term exclusive. So I've taken already ages ago to calling them DZ items, calling them DZ/PvP items. And that kind of clears it up because then, yeah, they are DZ slash PvP items, but there's a ton of other sources for them. Of course, yeah, there's even more than those because the manhunt, the bounties from the manhunt, actually nowadays all of the bounties of the manhunt, it used to only be the final one, drop a named item that is also from just all the named items. So DZ exclusive is just a wrong term at this point. And I love how people are now even going like DZ exclusive in between quotation marks. Just stop calling them exclusives. Just call them DZ items. It's not hard. DZ exclusives died with Woni when named item caches came in. Nothing is exclusive to the DZ except pain and suffering. Although actually I don't even agree with that. That would be. I enjoy the DZ here and there. Yeah. So the other term, multiplicative. This gets applied a lot to our dear friend Fox's Prayer. It isn't, especially on the Fox's Prayer. It isn't. Multiplicative, in general terms, means that it's the way that in most games it gets used. Division is an outlier because here we use the term amp. A multiplier is a multiplicative is a multiplier against itself as well. So if you would have two sources of damage to targets out of cover, let's say any and all weapons that we all use, where you have 10 DTOC, or 12 if it's an MMG, it's no longer multiplicative. It's additive to itself. This doesn't get it isn't a 1.10 multiplier times a 1.08 multiplier. No, they get added together. They are additive to each other. And even if they were multiplicative to each other, even then, if it was 1.1 multiplier times a 1.08 multiplier, that's not the reason why Fox's Prayer used to be a best in slot item in high ends. It definitely isn't anymore. Not since the advent of the newer metas, because while in high ends it still is. In strikers, it definitely isn't. There should never be a Fox's Prayer really in strikers. Cheska Grupo, Chesko Coyote is much better combination. They beat the Fox's Prayer by a lot. And that's kept being saying it's multiplicative has actually caused that. People hear that term and just go, oh, it must be better. Because as by extension from that as well, for instance, glass is an amp, and then focus on a chest is actually a total weapon damage. So if you have vigilance, it is additive to that. It is total weapon damage as its stat. But focus still beats glass, even if you have vigilance, just by amounts. It doesn't matter if something is or isn't multiplicative even. It's about how much it adds to a build. This has always been one of my pet peeves about the Division community. I'm just going, oh, this thing is an amp, so it's better. Oh, this thing is multiplicative, so it's better. No, it matters what the build is and how it interacts with that build. Yeah, having ranted on about these two a little bit, let's move on to the next one. Oh, yeah. Got some cheap viewers again there, although actually it's not even like showing up there, of course. By lifting of things, is Botrix having issues? Let's quickly just check Botrix for a second. As I quickly just mess with this thing real quick, because I think it's not showing up still. It's definitely not giving the the YouTube viewer numbers. There we go. Yeah, maybe that'll wake it up, maybe. Where's a good spot for... It's like, yeah, this might be actually the best spot for health. Although, yeah, it needs to go to the OD offices. It's already actually take this away. God damn it. Now that they fixed the spot, it's gonna be this spot the whole time. I don't know. Let's go from there. Also, I need something. Maybe not like something a little less RPM-y. Let's just take that.
Target near you.
Fighty?
Hostile assembling a golden bullet.
Fighty, Lionheart, and Reliable.
I got a new target.
Should be running the new Reliable to kill the old Reliable.
Received.
Because the
Golden
next step
bullet.
is stealth. Gonna try and not aggro.
Hostile has full golden bullet.
And group there.
So let's show those motherfucking true sons who is really in control.
I need to clear this, but not overshoot, so that when the next wave spawns, they don't. Oh, fuck you putting a patrol there. Because then I need to not kill this. Not kill them. Kill all them.
UAV is up. I'll get to you.
Oh, wow.
Vital signs critical.
What? Oh. Wait, I destroyed their drone. What is this? Oh, there's another drone. Oh, that guy's also medic. Now I can murder you. See what you want. Yeah, let's record this part. I think it's 7. Actually, yeah, let's see how long that one was. That's already. It's 5:42. That's fine. 2 subjects done. Real quickly. Yeah. And next one up is stealth. Request I see here and there coming up as to having stealth be. I got thrown off by this deer being here. Let's restart that. Yeah, let's actually be in photo mode at the start of this. When this kind of presents itself, you know, you're kind of, why not? And as the next subject, stealth, as I see that quite often popping up. It's usually the same like 4 or 5 people that bring it up though. Requesting some forms of stealth gameplay in the Division. I'm wholeheartedly against that. Mostly because stealth either will be good or bad. This is a game about completion time. If it is the meta way to do things, that would suck. I like the gunplay. And if it is like not competitive in any way, why do it? Assassin's Creed kind of runs into this issue, the newer Assassin's Creeds, where they were trying to do, gear score things basically, and item level things. And you saw that issue. It ate into the stealth because now if you want to have enemies that are a thing that you have to be concerned about, either you basically have Ghost Recon's, Wildlands and Breakpoint, where you can clear out an entire place with just stealth, and that's actually the better way to do it. Or you have the gunplay of Division. And the gunplay of Division is much more towards MMO end. And because of that, it doesn't really... I don't think it will ever be a good fit for stealth. Because if the stealth is good, then yeah, everybody will lean towards that. And then you're losing out on the gunplay. And there are actually a little bit of stealth. So I've actually set this up here where I'm in a bounty. The enemies have already spawned up there. I've cleared out this initial wave. So, and we have a lockpad here. So actually, if I shoot this lockpad with my suppressed pistol, we didn't trigger in combat. We're still out of combat. Now, if I instead were to do this with a AR, as you may notice, they're already kind of freaking out. And they're gonna aggro. There is actually the suppressor, the that we have on weapons does actually do a little bit of things. It will help you not sometimes get aggro. In the summit is actually one of the better places as well, where most of the doors are close enough to the next room, where if you do open them unsuppressed, you will actually get the aggro of the enemies. But that's basically as far as the stealth mechanics in Division go. You can kind of sneak behind people as well, as long as you're not in their line of sight. Having anything more than that, I feel, is asking for a different game. Is asking for basically Ghost Recon's kind of gameplay, and that exists. I like the Division's gameplay. I like that, you're putting mag after mag into enemy, and that is a skill that you kind of have to acquire to kind of recoil compensate. Not many other games do it that way. So yeah, I feel it would be a loss to add stealth mechanics into here, because either they're going to be undercooked and it's not going to be of any value, or if they are competitive, they're going to actually, they are the meta. You get the things where, just solo play, in group settings, of course, is going to be more difficult. It's going to push more people towards like the solo play, and also kind of be against the grain of the Division gameplay, where, it is much more about just having open fights. Let's move on to the next one. Is this the... Yeah. Got so thrown off by that deer. That was weird. How much do we have so far? I got 10 minutes so far, so that's not too bad. Damn deer, yeah. Oh dear! I don't know, okay. Seems Botrix has some issues. It's not showing the YouTube end of things. I'm not gonna fiddle too much with it. We had some issues 2 weeks ago and just kind of fixed itself eventually. But sometimes they're just doing maintenance in the back. Oh yeah. Let's go on to the next one, which is what actually was calling me. Okay, I'll call him back in a bit. Yes, let's go with specialization weapons next. Although maybe I should swap characters in between as well, just to have different looks going. Yeah, let's swap to a different character for the next two.
Safe area entered.
Let's go. Is this one gonna bump into me? And next one up is specialization weapons. They get derided a lot around the place. And to me, whenever, you know, someone goes and says, the specialization weapons suck, don't think of, well, first of all, I disagree. All of the specialization weapons have pretty good uses and can be very, very powerful. On top of that, the only thing that makes me think is, oh, that player sucks. To be very blunt about it. Because it's usually players that
There's nothing
are
else like
not
it.
good in their gameplay sense, that have that proclaim such things. Because all of the specialization weapons are overpowered as all hell if used in the right situation. Something like the Tag 50 can be a great tool on any headhunter build. The crossbow can break armor plates directly off. It can make even legendary heavies a very quick kill if used correctly. The grenade launcher can just delete a wave, even if you're running it on you know, a non-explosive build. If you're just running it on striker, once it's full, which, you know, if you're doing a mission halfway through, even the shortest mission, it will be usually full. You can just choose to delete a wave. You just pull this out and just, instead of shooting at that wave, you just shoot this into their spawn as they're spawning, and you just murder that entire wave. The flamethrower, of course, can just be a great CC tool. You're doing damage and you're CCing at the same time. Its only real limitation is door boundaries, which it doesn't go through. Same for the explosion of this. You need to either shoot it inside or outside. Even, yeah, the minigun...
You're doing better than I thought.
You know what, let's not keep... I remembered her walking through that area. You know, I should Can I shoot her with the Tag 50? Just... Oops. My you know, my finger slipped and just murdered. Wait, are both of you gonna walk through this area? Why are they set up to walk through there? Yeah, let's try again, and I'll stand a little bit more back after I did the initial. And next one up is specialization weapons, as all of them are pretty good, and one of the most surefire ways for me to kind of spot a player that really doesn't know what they're talking about is for them to go, oh, all of the specialization weapons suck. Not all are great. I would put the multi-missile launcher as maybe the least one over here, but all of them are better than good, especially in the right situations. And they can be very, very powerful if used correctly. Something like this multi-grenade launcher can just delete a wave. If you are in a mission, if you have 6 shots, that can basically damage. In 2 shots, you'll kill any of the reds, and in 4 shots, you'll kill any of the purples. And if there were any elites in there as well, you will have killed them with the 6 shots, especially solo, for instance. And all of them have their purposes. The multi-grenade launcher can delete waves. The crossbow can pop off armor plates just with 1 shot, making even legendary heavies just easy, super easy to kill, and warhounds and stuff like that. Legendary heavies, I meant. The minigun can be really good. It can actually put out more damage than most other weapons that you have at your in your arsenal, except that, of course, you have to pull it out. So if you're using it correctly at the right times and where you know there is a wave coming and you just pull this out and just melt them, that is very good. Same for the flamethrower, where it can CC and do damage. It doesn't do great damage, but it's also CCing. Even the multi-missile launcher is pretty good for starting opening fights, because when you're not in the fight yet, if you have a patrol, instead of fighting that 4-man patrol, just mark them all and just send these missiles over to them, and you will 8 out of 10 times delete that entire patrol instead of just having to fight them. And of course, the TAC 50, there is no substitute for this, for just putting out a lot of damage in one shot. Really only the Nemesis goes over this, but yeah, this to any headhunter, this is a tool you should be always using. And that's generally the thing, like a lot of people deride these, especially as well, because they have now a reduced damage against named enemies, but I'm also, this is partially a hot take as well, I'm totally for this. What you get is that what used to happen is everybody would save their special weapon for the boss, and we would all just melt the boss right away. Because once the big enemy spawns, you're like, okay, I'll use this. And that wasn't fun. That wasn't fun at all. It's much more enjoyable that now it's restricted against names, basically, forcing you to kind of use it along the way. If all 4 players actually in a coordinated group, make good use of their specialization weapons on top of their main arsenal, that group goes a lot faster than a group that doesn't. And yeah, I see this, for instance, having recently played things like First Ascendance and Destiny, where you save up your most powerful attacks for basically, when the boss enemy spawns and you just melt them right away, making generally the boss the least impactful enemy of anything. So I'm definitely actually for this change, this 50% reduction against name enemies. And yeah, I'm very for using your specialization weapons on for instance, Eclipse. I will always have my crossbow, and I find it my duty to kind of break armor plates. If I'm running a red striker and then whatever specialization weapon I have, I will just use that. If I'm running solo around with a tech tank, actually this multi-missile launcher is a great opening tool. Any fight I'm kind of starting with this, doing a bunch of damage, because while we're out of combat, I have plenty of time to mark the enemies and just send these out. And this is likely the least of them, but even then, all of these are really good, and you should be using them more if you aren't. There. Rant then. So wait, that's okay. We go for this. Let's go see if. Actually, let's have another look here. No. It's always annoying when Batrix doesn't work correctly. It's also annoying that they really don't, like... explain it, like, well. Well, that's fine. I was hoping it would be nighttime. I was hoping for the band. I'll just have the kids in the background. Yeah, let's record this part. Yeah, it's kind of gathering my thoughts. As we'll go into the next one, which is a thing that I keep seeing pop up, especially on discussion platforms like Reddit or in Discords, and that is whenever some advice is being asked for, somebody coming in and either to other replies or just by itself going, just have fun, just have fun, just by like that, just have fun, just don't care about whatever anybody else has said in here, just have fun. To that, I would likely answer, go fun yourself. Because yeah, this is the level of kind of, you know, and because the thing of it is, it's an answer by people that are very much against, you know, doing meta things or being pro or anti-meta. They're very much at the anti-meta end generally, and that's for yourself fine. But you don't get to have that be because just you feel that way. You don't get to put that on other people. If somebody asks for an off-meta build, sure, provide them with off-meta builds. But just saying, just have fun or, you know, go for, you know, try things out and see what works best for you, that is not an acceptable answer. Never was. Not in real life either. Oh, hey, you have this car. What do you think about it? And I'm looking to buy cars. Oh no, just have fun. Don't listen to it. No. There's a reason a whole structure of reviews exists. There's a whole reason that a whole structure of like people that try to understand things and then as a subject matter expert try to talk about them. And that is because there are always better things and worse things just by virtue of existence, just by virtue because things don't get made to the same degree and sometimes things have flaws. So in the same way as with Division, yeah, just go have fun. Okay, so I just, you know, so I just go run Rigger, right? I just go run X0. No, it's better to know upfront that some sets are better than others, worse than others. This is the whole why they're asking that question. Answering it with, you know, just go have fun or just go figure it out for yourself is such a horrendously bad answer that every time that I see it, I kind of want to pounce on that person, but I generally just refrain and just go like, it's not worth the time. That's not the hill to worth dying on. But in a general sense, in a video like this, I will actually we'll pounce on all of them all at once. Because also, if that person is asking the actual answer to it, if there is an answer to it, why not give it to them? And why not, you know, not be the dickhead just trying to be a contrarian that just tries to go like, no, there is no answer to what is some of the better weapons, what are some of the better builds, because there are objective answers to those. There are, you know, the strikers, as much as I would rather not it be at the top, is at the top. If for a lot of things. Headhunter is a very powerful talent. Determined is together with that even makes it even more powerful. All of these things kind of add up. Just saying go figure it out for yourself is not also the way that we do things as humans. The whole point of communication is that we can communicate with each other and share experiences. This is like don't go to school, go figure it out for yourself. No. Going through a trajectory where you learn everything in a set way and it tries to teach you things in a way that makes sense is going to be much more valuable than you trying to go figure out quantum mechanics on yourself. Like, no. It's much better to just give the answer. And yeah, this has always been something that I just there. Same, to a lesser degree, is people defending a build by just going, it's fun, or it works for me. This is kind of in the same way. If you can't defend the build by an actual metric, because here's the thing, there are things that are fun, but you still have to kind of say why it is fun. So I like Umbra. Umbra is objectively worse than most of the other choices you can make in PvE, at least. In PvP, there is a case to be made for it, definitely. But on the PvE end, you're really only doing it if you just don't want to run Striker or Negotiator or Hunter's Fury or anything like that. That's a reason to run it. But then that's the reason. It's fun because it's different than everything else. Purple builds, they're horrendous. They really don't work well. But they're fun for their challenge of getting the pieces and then also the challenge of running the pieces. Being able to actually vocalize, if the only thing that you can say about it, it's fun, and you can't actually explain why it's fun, there is no value to your proclamation there. Because what is fun to you will likely not be fun to anybody else but you. There are people that find it fun to hang themselves from hooks from ceilings. even if they explained why that is through, the rush of adrenaline and just, testing yourself and your limits, I don't think that will ever be fun to me. Fun is different things to different people. Some people even enjoy just being malicious to others. That is, trolling. That's fun to them. That doesn't make the act of trolling fun. It makes it fun to them. Same as it works for me. Because, yeah, anything will work for whoever, especially if you're a competent player. I have run every mission on Heroic with a purple build. That doesn't make purple builds good. And the issue of it actually always comes to as well if you're recommending it to others without the caveats. I will recommend to others purple builds and even 6-piece 511 builds and even some builds like X0 to certain players, just because I know they will enjoy it. But then I give them with the caveats that the caveats of they're weaker. They're just there to be something different. They're not there to be the meta. If you're recommending something to someone, you're asking them for their time. If you're wasting their time, that is the thing that most people have an objection to. It isn't that we're just anti-fun. We're anti you going just, it's fun. We're against the word, not enjoyment in general. That went on a little bit of a rant there. But yeah, let's move on to the next ones. Hey, there's still Aaron. Yeah, just these kids having fun. Just that in the background as we're discussing fun. But yeah, hey there, Ed. I hope you're doing well. I hope everybody else is also doing well and enjoying their Saturday and not ranting at a camera like me. Although maybe that's fun to you. It takes all kinds. So yeah, next up, because we had this one done, this one done. Let's go to vendors. Actually, yeah, let's go with this vendor because she chats less.
Nice to see you, Agent.
So, decent dish item now. And yeah, let's go over this now. And that's messed it up right away. Let's try that again. I started that sentence with one, but I didn't know where the rest of that sentence was gonna go. But I think I was gonna go like one other thing, but yeah, let's not. As that is vendor items. As I see quite often people going, they should buff vendor items so that they're better. This is a somewhat minor one. I would disagree with that. And the reason for that is something we see kind of with Division 1 vendors. With Division 1, it is actually worthwhile to keep paying attention to the vendors and going and getting items from there. But that never feels good. An item that drops, whenever you get an item from a drop, when you're just, have murdered something and it drops it for you, that is a much better feeling than, I just, I just waited for this for the vendors, on the vendors, and I got it from the vendors. And I'm specifically thinking here, of course, about the damage to elite purple mods that are pretty, you basically get them from the vendors in Division 1. They are very important to a lot of styles of builds, and you could only get them from there. And that just made it a waiting game for the vendors to spawn them, and so you could go get them. And that just never feels good to me. It is much more enjoyable to actually get the item. Now, of course, within Division 2 as well, we have the targeted loot system, which really helps getting certain items. Outside of some unicorns slash super unicorns, which are like the really hard to get items. Think of the Habsburg pieces that you use for Headhunter. Think about some of the Brazos pieces, for instance, for some of the builds. Lengmo chests for Pestilence builds. Outside of those items, and outside of things like 13 PFEs, most of the items can just be farmed for pretty easily. Having the vendors have them, outside of, for instance, now we have the countdown vendor. Third item, of course, can be a DZ item. Quite often, this has actually been okay DZ items. TDI card customs have been up there. You still need to optimize them. They're not great on their stats, but they're great just if you need one. That to me is fine, but having items be really well rolled, getting basically god rolls or something from vendors, I would completely disagree with. To me, that would take away a lot of the enjoyment that I have from the game of just farming for things. Because if I get it from a vendor, I can just get it. And also I can get 4 of them, 1 for each character, if there was like a god rolled FAMAS. The one place I would say that it would be good on them to maybe at some point improve the items is the DZ vendors. That's the only place I would agree with it, just because the currency is a little bit harder to get, although there are so many tricks to it that you could use to get DZ credits nowadays that also would not be safeguarded. But of course now, Yao as well having been taken off of the clan vendor, not a choice I per se agree with, but there's other ways of getting Yao, even to this day, as for instance, in the last video we explained. On the DZ vendors, at least this currency is hard enough to get that it might be okay to have better items here. But on the main vendors, I really dislike, actually, in Division 1, when there is a really good item on a vendor, especially in the mod selection, where you just go and get it all for there instead of farming for it. Now, of course, in Division 1, it's a little bit harder because also there's no targeted loot, so you kind of need that system. But in a game which has targeted loot, yes, I'm not a big fan of bumping these up. Yeah, let's move on to the next one. Should stop ending these segments with let's move on to the next one. There are other ways of saying stuff. Yeah, let's take this back to the White House and we'll actually go to the next character. Let me catch up here as well. Yeah, sometimes. Well, that's the current crashing issue that goes on. And one thing to try if you are running DX12 is to swap to DX11. There is, because I've still, it's not a complete fix, but it's enough people have recommended that, and a few that I kind of trust that. Although it's likely more to do with the shader cache or something shader wise being broken, but that's what seems to be the case. And then also together with some jumbled things coming back from the server.
Good trading with you, Agent.
But yeah, try the X11 if you're running 12. But that doesn't seem to be an all-round fix because that doesn't help me. I've seen other people that I somewhat trust in their opinion go like, okay, it seems to crash less with 11. Yeah, let's go to the character. The stun is set there as well. But it's definitely not an all-round fix because I tried running 11 for a bit as well, but I still crashed a few times.
Entering safe area.
Yeah.
We've got a clear chain.
Is there anywhere like a group of people? No, I will just use theater now.
What do you say? Think you can help?
Nice and rainy.
We can't offer you refuge at this time, but we won't leave you out there alone. If you wait, we will provide armed accompaniment to escort you home.
Who is this? Alex. Stylish.
Hello.
Yeah. And that's going to be listening to the community. As this gets used in a lot of games. Oh, the devs don't listen to the community. In the case of Division specifically, there have been plenty of places where the devs have definitely listened to the community. Ouroboros being one.
Look who it is.
Even the minor changes to Breaking Point, even though they didn't go as far as we wanted, were still in response to the community. But that's not really the part that I'm going for. It's just people using the thing they should listen to the community. And what the hell does that mean? Because the community is very splintered on a lot of subjects. Make the DZs better. No, the DZs aren't worth it. Nobody plays it. Make the synth better. No, the synth isn't good. Nobody plays it. Make Countdown better. No, Countdowns will suck anyway. Both sides of... there are people that even going things as they should add cars to it so we can just, drive around, not thinking at all about how tiny the map is. Going things like, oh, they should make things easier or they should make things harder. Both ends are very well represented, with people still going, it's way too hard and it's way too bullet spongy, and then also people being it's way too easy and they should make everything more powerful. Even in the terms of they should nerf everything or they should make everything even more powerful. Both sides are represented. That is how a community generally works. Just listening to the community doesn't mean anything, because if they were listening to the community, we would also have things like, which has been popping up a lot lately, and I definitely see that as one to address as well, is more revealing clothing or boobs. Basically, just put boobs in the game. No, please don't. I'm on the other end of that spectrum. The over-sexualization of things is something that makes me go away from a game, not come towards it. The community is not a singular thing. Listening to the community is not a thing that any dev could do, because if they listen to one part, they're not listening to the other part. And together with that, the Division devs, because they just don't have the resources, it would seem, we can just conclude basically just by how much has changed and not. They don't seem to have the resources to be able to implement, really big things at the moment. Hopefully the DLC, is the thing that they're pouring all of the resources into to make that be good. And that means they have limited choices. For instance, Breaking Point likely just getting a different number to its to its weapon damage is likely just because that was an easy fix for them. They didn't really have to re-implement the mechanic of it and retest it. They could just change a number and send it out. Is that great? Not really. But there's also plenty of places where, they have kept actually things for the community. I can think back, for instance, to Anderson, not the Anderson XP farm, but just the Anderson exotic farm, which was, I think, when the season of Anderson was active. At the end of it, it would just give you a random exotic. Even in one of their live streams, they said they already had a fix for it, but they actually waited till the end of that season to implement that fix, because they were kind of okay with it, because there were actually better ways to get exotics, or faster ways, but that was actually an enjoyable way to get exotics. You could rerun that mission. That mission was kind of hard, especially, you didn't need to do it on heroic, but I did it a ton on heroic, and I kind of enjoyed my time with it, and also with the players I was with at the time. Those kind of things. They do listen from time to time. They don't, of course, listen as much as we would want to, but also, to what? Because, a lot of the things that came up before this, like stealth, like vendor items changes and stuff, yeah, do they listen to the other side or to the side that I'm on? That just there is just saying listening to the community is by itself not doesn't mean anything. It's just placating to the masses. It's just trying to be a populist basically. You have to make the point of what you want to have, and then people can discuss. Because generally what people do is they go, oh, they don't listen, and then just a lot of other people come around and they just sit around and circle jerk each other to a conclusion, which is that, the devs suck, which they don't. The devs made this beautiful game that I very much enjoy. And they made actually a different game as well that I very much enjoy in the Division 1. And yeah, there is bad, but there is also good. You have to kind of, be honest about it and not just only think things are bad, because they aren't. This game is here. We can play it and enjoy it. And yes, it crashes sometimes, but not all the times. And there have been games with much bigger issues through the years. That was maybe a little bit long. 5 minutes now. I mean, yeah, a little bit. What is the total runtime so far? It is a total of 31 minutes. But yeah, we only really have 3 more items. So. Actually, let me catch up here a second. Couldn't keep eyes focused. Too much cake, yeah. Should restart because I should this. Oh, maybe also. Oh, yeah, exactly. But then, yeah, there's the other end of the community that would go ballistic if Striker got touched. Although rightly so as well at this point. It's been around so long that it would be weird for them to choose to nerf it. Next one up is Descent and its pools. Well, first Descent and then Descent pools.
Shade tech prohibited. Access denied. Deactivating shade protocols. Entering combat simulation program. Safe area entered.
that looks haunting. Yeah. As we come to the final 3, which is going to be some hot takes in there as well. This one's going to be Descent and Descent pools. First of all, on Descent, because I see a lot of people, a lot of people. Let's try that again. As we come to the actual hot takes towards the end here, there's going to be 3 of them. The first one of them is going to be Descent, and Descent pools especially is going to be the hot take part. And yeah, Descent gets derided a lot by a lot of people as a mode that they dislike. Generally, when I push people on it, they will not have played it, which is an experience I keep experiencing over and over again. It's one of those things, if I had a penny every time I saw it, I would have a lot of pennies, not just 2. And yeah, it's not because a lot of people just keep repeating others. That's always the case with the community as well. A lot of people will not have experienced even some of the things. They will just, repeat others. And yeah, there is a large contingent of people just going, Descent is shit. So a lot of people will keep repeating what they heard on that and go, Descent is shit. And when you push them on it, turns out that they didn't play it at all, or barely. And while you can form an opinion very quickly about something, Descent definitely is not something that if you haven't put a little bit of time in it to understand it, I don't feel you really are talking from you're talking from ignorance, basically. You're just repeating others, because Descent is a lot of fun. I enjoy the game mode a lot. I wouldn't want to play it all the time. I wouldn't want this to be the game always. But as a thing to jump into once here and there, it is a lot of fun. A lot of people as well I see going on about It's not fun because in the early loops, they get destroyed by things. If you're getting destroyed in the early loop by things, I'm going to kind of have the same conclusion that I would have for people that were deriding the specialization weapons, and that is that you might want to improve a little bit in the way that you are as a player, because Descent definitely isn't hard. With the right pools, something like Greed here, or Wrath, or Envy, which has been a little bit missing in action, but hopefully they'll fix that up now that we kind of know and kind of can guide them to that. Yeah, if you're struggling in Descent, you shouldn't. And yeah, in the future as well, I'll make some guides for it and hopefully inform people, because yeah, there's a lot of bad decisions that you can make here, and it relies a lot on your game knowledge. You need to kind of know what multipliers are, which are separate multipliers, what is total weapon damage, what is weapon damage, and you know, how do those interact to really make decisions in here. But also, you don't need to, of course. You can just follow other people's. Whenever people exit, they have that exit screen. You can just copy whatever they made for that run, and in the same way as with you know, normal builds, just copy other people if you don't know what you're doing, and maybe in the future you might know what you're doing. Now, the really hot take is actually Descent pools, the Descent rotation. This seems somewhat universally against, people are universally against it. I'm not per se completely for it, but I completely understand it, which I feel a lot of players don't seem to. And that is that once they added in a ton more talents and moved, we don't have those in here, for instance, but the status effect wants to be yellow, the sadist, the ignited, eyeless, things like that. And added in a lot of other talents like In Sync and Intimidate into the pools. The balance was gone. Anybody that would have played it without rotations would have seen that the balance is completely gone. And that is the reason why rotations exist. I feel a lot of people don't understand why rotations exist at all. They are for balance. Now, of course, they didn't need to add any more talents into it. They could have just kept the pool or the talent there without any rotation. But then also, yeah, this is at least also a little bit of progress. A few of the things that have been added have made it a lot more enjoyable. Intimidate being in there, Regicide coming in. Regicide is actually a lot of fun in Descent. But once they added those in, yeah, they needed a balancing factor, because imagine Envy and how much more powerful Envy is than the rest of the rotations. But Envy still has 2 yellows that basically could be something else. If you had In Sync in there, together with, you know, Trauma, Ignited, Sadist, Eyeless, and then In Sync, and then Opportunistic with a shotgun. Imagine how powerful that would be. For them to keep the balance. Now, of course, they could have rebalanced it. But now if you don't get those good choices, you are kind of in the shitter. Same as well, actually, with even the amounts of exotics we had in the season before rotations were coming in, it was actually kind of hard to get the right exotics for especially a Nemesis fight. This is not the most elegant solution, but it's at least a solution. I am happier to have, you know, with the pools that we have, it works fine. We do have generally good exotics, although most of us do exclude, you know, Sloth and Gluttony from our runs. I do as well, which kind of sucks, of course, but they could always rebalance them. They should at some point as well. But that doesn't mean that rotations by themselves are only a bad thing. They could use some improvements in some ways, especially rebalancing towards, you know, some of the worst ones having a little bit more talents. Hell, just put Trauma and all. just why not? But yeah, in the current way, without rotations, it would be super easy to get to 40. It would be trivial. It would just be a time thing. Exotics wise as well, Nemesis runs would be hell. With the amount of reds that exist and the amount of rerolls that you really have available to get Nemesis, you know, between loop 4 and 5 if you need them, or if if you're doing a quick Nemesis run. That could not work anymore with the amount of reds that we have available. Now, they could have, of course, chosen not to add in reds, but I prefer actually the system now than them not adding anything to it. And that might be a hot take. I'm not a fan of the rotation system, but I do completely understand it. That it was needed for balance, both for deep runs and also to give the ability to more consistently do Nemesis runs. Because with all of those things there, yeah, every one of us would be going to loop 8 instead, making it a lot longer just because we would need the rerolls to just get 6 talents up to a decent level. Yeah, let's move on to the next one. Yeah, let's move that. That's 7 minutes. There's 2 left. Yeah, let me get you here. No, and yeah. The thing is with Descent, like it's like all game modes. Like if you do countdown twice,
Facility detected.
did you really understand that kind of thing? If you do summit for 2 floors and then go like this sucks, there are no windows. I feel with anything you kind of need to give it a little bit of time to breathe, because also Descent just comes a lot better after Nemesis and just when you're going a little bit deeper. Like that part is I always like deep runs. I can never get to finish this to find someone. If you're so it's not hard. It's definitely also it's very solo friendly, so you can get by pretty easily solo in it. There's some tricks to it to know. If you're interested in going deeper, I don't have a guide on it yet, but GC Rock does, for instance. If you basically search for Descent, because one of the things is skills. The Nemesis gets skills depending on what skills you're using. So it tries to mostly copy whatever you have. So if you're running, let's say an EMP sticky and a fire cam, it will have an EMP sticky and a fire cam. And that makes some skills a lot more important than others, because if you're running turret, like the Nemesis gets a turret, and a turret is very dangerous. And that's actually one of like the tricks that I feel a lot of people don't understand about the Nemesis. You just have to. But the easy part of it is just have any of the stickies is fine. So EMP sticky, fire sticky, explosive sticky, all of those are fine. And then have either fire cam or foam, or have any of the fireflies. Especially blinder firefly is good, but the other fireflies also turn into blinder firefly for the Nemesis. But yeah, you definitely don't want things like Stinger Hive or Oxy or drone or turrets or stuff like that, because they just and then there's things like shield and pulse, which become random skills for them. So those are also things you don't want to pick. I know the Phaedrus.
Makes you wonder if we could have done more before they arrived.
Indeed, don't take the Oxycam. You can take the other 2 cams, especially Foam and Blinder Firefly are really good against the Nemesis fight. Foam especially, just you can you have some CC. Trauma is really good against them as well. So usually Rat is a good rotation to go up against them with. Yeah, let's do.
What the hell?
Time to check the stocks again.
And that is the stash. A common request from the community is more stash space, because we keep getting more items and we need more stash space to stash those items. I disagree with that. I always have. To me, the stash is for items that you kind of may want to keep and just, in some ways are important to you or important to some builds, and you might need them in the future. It isn't just a dumping ground. And the thinking of it is as well, when somebody has a house where they just throw all, all their junk into one room, once that room is full, the answer isn't a bigger room. The answer is go clean up the room you have. The thing is that even already 300 items, going through 300 items and going like, okay, what do I keep? What do I toss once this is full is a hell with 300 items already. If they take it to like 500, you're increasing the amount of time needed to clean it out when it's full. Instead, now, once it's kind of full, you start automatically kind of making decisions of like, what do I keep? What do I throw? By itself as well, to give away my method to the madness. So here I'm on my main account. I'm on 278. Although this isn't actually, because of my other accounts, I'm mostly under 200. My biggest amount of items in my stash is my collection of every single type of weapon. And that doesn't mean just every weapon, like having an ACR. It means having an ACR and ACRE, having all of the AKs, having all of the falls, different falls, and this is for the burst and sustain tables. Oh, I have all of them as well as free talentable because, of course, why not? A lot of god rolls in here, of course, with a lot of items because I have the playtime for that. This is 178 weapons. You definitely don't need to keep this many weapons. I generally, like on my other accounts, have barely any weapons because I know which ones are, usable and which ones are not. Because especially in here, like having, things like the PPs hanging around in both variants, completely unnecessary. You don't need to do that. But I do. So I'm giving up already 178 items to this, where, normally this would be maybe 60 or something at most. And the rest is just gear. The way that I go about gear is how much time would it take me to re-get an item and how often do I use it. So for instance, I do have, a Palisade Mask in here. This would be an item that would be harder to re-get, but also I grab this thing quite often, especially solo and stuff. Instead of the Coyote, I might put in this, especially if I'm in a group with already Coyotes in there. And yeah, some red pieces, especially if they can be re-cored at the core. But for the rest of it, as you may see, there's only one gear set type in here, and that is System Corruption. Because yeah, that is hard to get, but I don't keep any of the other gear sets. And the reason for that is very simple, and that is that if I need, let's say, strikers, if I need anything really, this exists. Just go get it again. Unless it is, something like red FI pieces and stuff. Yeah, keep those, of course. But then also, once you have a red FI set, do you really need, like, once I have this red FI set, do I need more FI pieces? Really? Because I don't, really. The set is here. Because also, anything in here, unless it is in here for instance, I have, let's say festive delivery in there, but I have a courier in here. Although actually I need to optimize this one as I used one already. This is what I grabbed to make any of my fire eclipses into a foam eclipse if I want to do a legendary on that character. Because I would want to do, generally, if it's a good legendary for the weekly, I might do it several times, and I don't have a foam eclipse on every character, so I would go and grab this. But most of the things in here, if they are in here, they're not on a character being used. You can only use items that are on a character. So over time, just make the choice of, I'm keeping some of the stuff, like, I'm keeping some red items, I'm keeping an extra Eagle's Grasp, stuff like that, but I'm tossing the rest. Part of that is as well Descent. Descent has made it a lot easier to get rid of a lot of the named items because, for instance, I used to keep around, for instance, Devil's Due. If I wanted to test something with Clutch or Perfect Clutch, I would, have it in my stash to grab it. Having now all of the blueprints for all of the items means that I can just toss a lot of things. I used to have a bunch of extra gifts in there. So actually, Descent is very nice for that as well. Although, of course, it does take a lot of time to get all of the blueprints. That is not a quick thing to get done. But yeah, once you do, I'm not keeping around, for instance, any like Door Kicker's Knocks or Ferocious Calms extra or Pointments extra or I had a bunch of sacrifices in different ways that I wasn't really using. So this replaced that, because if I need them, I can craft them from here. But yeah, the stash space to me is already 300 is already too much to go through, because one of the things that happens is people toss things in here and then you get the moment of just like, oh, I need to clean that out. And I know of at least 2 people that instead of cleaning their stash out went, you know what, I'll go play a different game. And it's kind of understandable, although both of them were also somewhat hoarders. This is also the reason I would not ever really recommend using mules. If an item is so insignificant that you're just putting it on a mule, where if you wanted to get it again, you would have to, swap to that account, put that in the stash, and then grab it with your main character. At that point, you might as well just toss it. Outside of a few items, so for instance, here being, for instance, this Palisade, Obliterate Chest, that is red Corbel. This I would keep. This Habsburg piece, even though it's a headshot, crit chance, I would keep. But a lot of things I could refarm really easily. And of course, once you get later in your journey, you can just optimize it. So even if I needed, for instance, an extra Cheska chest, I'm keeping this one, for instance, because it's blue Corbel, but I'm not keeping many of them because all of my characters already have one that is free talentable. I don't need more. Even if I'm getting them, unless I can share them with someone, they're just getting deleted. Being a little bit more consistent about what you keep and toss, the stash is more than adequate enough. And yeah, even in my case, for instance, I'm wasting a lot of space on these, but at least I have a reason. I have the reason of the burst and sustain tables, and if I didn't have those, I would never keep a M700 tactical. I would never keep a custom M44 in here. This would just be a bunch of SR1s, this O'Carroll, maybe one White Death just for testing purposes, and like barely any rifles and stuff, which is what I do on my second and third account. So yeah, stash space, I kind of actually disagree with increasing this. Clean up what you have instead of asking for more space to toss more junk into, because that's generally what this actually ends up being. Is I'm keeping, for instance, one of every exotic even in here, unless all my characters already have it. So I don't have a memento in here because all my characters have a memento. And in them, you don't need to keep, like, I see people keeping Eclipse pieces, which is insane to me because you can just craft it. It comes with a yellow core, unless it is with hazard protection or something to make hazard protected Eclipse with or such, or a very specific type of Eclipse with, or maybe a red Eclipse. Unless it's something for that, no. If you're just recalibrating the stat on it, it's a god roll item when you craft it, basically. It comes with a yellow. So let's move on to the last one, which is Determined. Because I feel that one is the hottest take on there. But also why it's okay for it to go a little bit long, because also there's a little bit of explanations in there. Oh yeah. I equipped that, didn't I? Let's go back to our Eclipse. Let's go to the last guy. No, let's go actually to character 2. Let me sort of do this. Oh yeah, that would be nice. So I have to try out that Destiny one. Because having an app or something to do the stash with would be nice, or just API, just so somebody could make a
Safe area entered.
Like Eve is famous for it, where you can basically through the API do a lot of things. Something like that would be awesome here, just to also get all of your builds out and stuff, because then something like the build sites and stuff, you could even go just here's my API, just pull this. Well, so I understand why they like don't, because unless you have, you know, it's kind of like because yeah, we used to have the thing
Hostile
of
control
you
point
can send
detected.
items to chat, and that would work. You know, that broke somewhere in year 2 already. It still sometimes works. It's weird. Like sometimes it works for some items. But maintaining an API like that basically requires, you know, full-time maintenance on in effect. Just every time a patch comes out or anything, you have to basically add all those stuff into that as well. And yeah, let's discuss the tournament. I feel a lot of people have a lot of thoughts on the tournament. Is it OP? Yes. Is it the only OP thing in the game? No. One of the things that I find a little bit weird is there is some people that almost at a you know, I'm better than you kind of way talk about the
Hostile
tournament.
has full golden bullet.
But like if people run the tournament, they're abusing the game and stuff. No, there is so many things that are very overpowered in the game. I got the other thing there, Golden Bullet. Although Golden Bullet is no longer the most strong global event anymore, has not been the case for quite a while. I should have gotten this rusher really quickly. Slow down. There are things like just Headhunter. The tournament could not exist without Headhunter. Headhunter was one of the original really overpowered things that came into the game. But then there are other things, like a Scorpio. To me, a Scorpio is just as overpowered as the tournament is. And most of the people that talk with the level of derision towards the tournament are completely fine with the Scorpio and they use it. Same for instance as well, I know a lot of those same people used to make use of the corner glitch, the corner peeking, using the shield to displace your place of your where your shots come from and where you are in fact. And yeah, none of those were ever actually completely OP. As I'll go down here, because we're fighting multiple things. And yeah, they do have the Golden Bullet. Golden Bullet hurts when they have it quite a bit as well. I should get this out. I now notice that I don't actually have the the cool skills on. And actually, this guy's so messy. I don't. Let's just go back here. Let's try that again. Not because I went down, but just because if I have to fight like 2 convoys and that thing, I have to pay attention to that and not actually speak. Because also, yeah, it's not 5 directors. Because part of it is as well, I wanted to say like this is the way to like very easily do 5 directives. Alongside the jump puzzles, yeah, have to have jump puzzles in there, of course.
Hostile control point nearby.
Actually, I didn't die right here. Oh, that's fine now. My heart being on cooldown isn't really an issue. Jesus Christ, 8 people? Why? Get to the control point first. Why do I have this? Oh no, this is the right side. Wow. That's what happens when you start cold with just when recording stuff.
Hostile has full golden bullet.
It's gonna be over here. Delete that other one. Let's it go. And indeed, determined, as I feel that a lot of derision goes its way, and a lot of people grandstand about it. I disagree with that a lot. People go, it is severely overpowered. I would say that there are many another thing that are much more overpowered than determined. For instance, strikers or headhunters or Scorpio. All of those things are just as, or if not more, overpowered than determined. Because for instance here as well, I'm kind of struggling getting that first shot in. But of course, yeah, once you get the first shot in, you can just, you know, you can be very determined that your everything else will go in pretty easily. Is determined strong? Yes. Is it overpowered? Depends on against what, because we have so many overpowered things in the game, including just normal headhunter, that
Hostile is
I would
golden
say
bullet.
not particularly. It still requires that first headshot. It still requires a decent enough build to get the headhunter high enough to
Hostile
even
detected.
get determined going. It is really good for solo play, but also even in group play, it already kind of falls apart, I would say. And also, I wouldn't say it's more powerful than, for instance, what I have there, which is Golden Bullet. Golden Bullet helping there with you know, making shots a lot more powerful. And well, it is one of the best ways of dealing with 5 directives. That is really its only big strength. That is why it has become the go-to for a lot of people. But this talent by itself is not as bad as I feel a lot of people make it out to be, because you are still choosing to not do other things that just are about as fast, if not faster or more safe. Including, yeah, Scorpio, for instance. Scorpio is the classic, most overpowered thing in the game. And Determined as well could not exist with the other one of the most overpowered things in the game, which is Headhunter. When Headhunter already came in, I was kind of miffed that it was as high as it goes, to that 1250%. If it was a little bit lower, if it, for instance, even with Marksman Rifle, could not deal with names at the very least, I would be a little bit more okay with it, because now, especially solo, yeah, you can just, especially if you're going against the right targets, like we are here going against some outcasts, yeah. This together with Determined is what makes it very strong, because without Headhunter, Determined could not do its thing. Without Determined, Headhunter could still do its thing. So, and of course, it's Headhunter's interaction with shotguns is still something that, if this didn't exist, would be the go-to by now. So yeah, and I feel as well, a lot of people that are very elitist against this, I'll use that term, don't seem to be elitist against a lot of other things that are also very overpowered. Regulus is very overpowered, especially with Headhunter's ability for kind of the same reason. Especially also that it scales with Dutch City for the Dutch City shot, making, entire waves disappear. All those things are just as potent as Determined is. Is Determined an outlier? I wouldn't really say so. Not against Scorpio, not against Striker. Is it an easy way to grind 5 directives, and is it very popular? Definitely so. But even then, yeah, with it, you still die here and there. That's not, it's not 6K Striker. For those that remember 6K Striker in ways. It is powerful, but it isn't the all end game ender. Because, yeah, it doesn't. It has its limitations. If you're grinding the right things, it can very much make them easier. If you're grinding the wrong things or want to grind other things, as we have a elite convoy here, it isn't actually as potent as some make it out to be. And even then, the only reason to really not run it is
Incoming
just
hostiles
because it
detected.
goes against, you know, your fun. And as we discussed earlier, that's different for different people. You don't get to decide what is fun for other people. That is like one of the limitations. It's like we'll make it the paradox of fun. You know,
Detecting
fun is
additional
different things
hostile
to different
contacts.
people's, and this isn't not fun. Especially, you know, this isn't quite different as well from any of the global events and such that are now exist. That a lot of people are, you know, very okay with. As a small bonus one as well, yeah, talking about some of the global events, as they did get a buff. I find it still surprising that a lot of people still haven't figured out how good a lot of them are. Because Golden Bullet actually, at this point, I would say is one of the weaker ones. Things like Guardians, things like Hollywood actually exceeded by a lot. Things like SHE Exposed and Polarity definitely match up against it as well. So yeah, I don't think the way that a lot of people still talk about Golden Bullet with the reverence, I feel they just haven't really tried or really understood how the other global events have changed. So yeah, let's take this to a conclusion. That got long. Oh, okay, no, it was 6 minutes. Never mind. That wasn't as long as I thought. And yeah, for a conclusion, let's get the same spot. Yeah, we can just run from here. It's gonna go back to the safe house, man. And then yeah, we can put a pin in this. Just need the conclusion, and then we're gonna go play for a little bit. Although I don't have a lot of time, I have like another hour and a half before I have to go get ready. Maybe 2 hours max. Where's the entrance over here? Is it this one? Yeah.
I think that
Oh,
got him.
what? Damn it. Just broken them already, so might as well shoot him there.
Hostile control point identified.
We'll do this. Yeah, let's sign this one off. Yeah. Yeah, outro, yeah. And to conclude this video, yeah, I hope you found parts of this informative as we went over some of my opinions on some things, and I hope also that, yeah, it doesn't make you exceptionally mad or in disagreement. I'm, of course, always up for discussing any of them, but I feel very strongly about some of them, like, yeah, the DZ exclusives and multiplicative basically as terms kind of needs to die. And I've ranted about them many a times, also, yeah, long times ago, and kind of bring it back. But yeah, on the other ones, I hope I've been able to convince some of the other side, if you believed in some of them, for instance, yeah, in the stash, or like the tournament being completely an outlier or such. It is overpowered. It's just not that it's not what some people make it out to be as like the end of the game or something. And yeah, I went over a lot of things, of course. As this was basically me wanting to rant about some of the things, especially to bring back up some of those, like the terms of DZ exclusive and multiplicative again, and go over some of my opinions, as some people sometimes think that I'm of other minds on some things. And also, to whack down a few people as well that are very much against Descent and its pools. I'm not the biggest fan of its pools, but I'm definitely a big fan of Descent and all of the game modes. They add all to the game. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, if you can and are willing, please do any and all of the algorithm things down below. And for my future video, we'll be going into the next build showcase is going to be about joke builds, as we'll go over some 511, some purple, and some improvised builds. And together with that, I'm also going to start a series on improving yourself, as we discussed a little bit in the Descent section, that some players could benefit from improving themselves. I'll go over basically what I do to improve myself and how I've tried to improve myself in the past in video games, but also maybe even in real life. And yeah, we'll go over a two-parter with that, and those will be bookending on that build showcase, hopefully. So yeah, I hope you join me for those. And as always, have a good night. Not the greatest outro, but which one of them is? And that is a total runtime of 5718. Okay, maybe a little bit long. But you know, when you got a rant, you got a rant.
Let's get on the road.
And yeah, for those actually on the lives, and that was just for the video. And so let me actually remove these pins because those are all. It's gonna become a YouTube video. Actually,
Control point nearby.
later tonight I'll be babysitting basically, so I might actually during the night stitch that together and send it out basically. Yeah, it seems the YouTube end of the chat is still not like. Actually, let me see if it's just the number or also the. Nah, it seems to be not. Oh, and thanks so much, Warner, for keeping that sub going. I very much appreciate it, and yeah, I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well. I hope everybody else is also doing well on this Saturday. It's nice, warm, and clammy where I am. We had some rain yesterday, so with the heat, it's just all humid as hell. Actually, yeah. What is the targeted and what is the weekly, or what is the daily? Not the weekly. A Jefferson trade on its own. Yeah, it's not the greatest targeted. Ooh, oh man. Oh man. I wouldn't mind doing some bounty cheesing here, but yeah. Because yeah, we have gloves and we have gear mods, but there isn't really enough time now to get that going. What's in New York? We even have 511 on New York. Because I did finish off the challenges here. I did go and get those specialization kills done. So maybe yeah, let's go to second account then, because I could use the stars there. The stars I can use for the hardcore character there. Doing that. Okay. Yeah, let's see about. Because I think I'm gonna. Maybe I should just do the descent run. I'm not considering. Ah, no, we'll do that. Still, Sunday is still greed, right? Shit, I should have. We'll check here. Typing error there. As I'm swapping accounts real quick, so the screen will be black for a second. And thanks, Flooded, for that. For the cheers there. Much appreciated. And yeah, Buttricks is being annoying again and not showing the YouTube end. But yeah, I can still see the YouTube chat, so feel free to chat there. I'll just read them out before answering them or ending. Hopefully the game loads normally. There we go. Because also I was thinking of just maybe quickly banging out the dailies on the hardcore. Because I really should. Yeah, I was when we did that. Or the daily bounties being. So I think I'm gonna go do that one. Then I'll leave you to the daily.
Safe area entered.
There's also, yeah, this being gear mods, I wouldn't mind actually running around a little bit here. Also, I still need better striker bases on them. Because the countdown is kind of hit and miss. But yeah, let's actually... Because I wanted to get a start going on... Golden bullet off. Wanted to get a start going on this, which these will be. Also, oh, golden bullets. I think I did a countdown last thing, right? Maybe that's why. That one golden bullet.
Hey, Agent, come check this
I'm gonna
out.
keep the world set to normal because these things have their own difficulty, of course. But yeah, these the purple one or the purple, the orange ones. I'm totally not colorblind. They have they give some specialization points, so they're well worth getting. They'll be my starting for sharpshooter. Also, they're set to normal and stuff, so they're not hard.
Target is nearby.
Then no, actually I can just use the. Wait, there? Huh. Don't think I've done a bounty here in forever. Normal and hard bounties also have more places than heroic ones. Because there's a bunch of places that are marked that like our heroics shouldn't go to, but they've been altering some of them. Well, I actually have done bounties here before, but yeah, I
Target
not
located.
She's going target located, but yeah, she's talking about the gear there. Wasn't I running ongoing? Why didn't that mark?
Hostile assembling golden bullet.
Right, that mark.
Golden bullet received.
Target spotted, Sheriff.
It's actually hard to get 2 shots on person.
Hostile airburst seeker mine detected. detected.
Take that one to the face. Yeah, or normal, so.
Target down. Good job. That's another one down. Good job, Agent.
Actually, yeah, there's some special ammo here. It's actually turning out to be quite hard to get 2 shots on people. Okay, let's actually spend the time here getting these done. Things like that. More than welcome, and yeah, glad you enjoyed it.
Target is near you, Agent.
And I enjoy making this stuff as well, so doing well there. Oh, it's right next door. And I'm looking forward to making that 2-piece video on improving thyself. It's actually not completely settled on how I wanna name them, basically. Is that a name for it? That has to be a name.
Hostile has full golden bullet.
Okay. I aggroed the people dance. That's fine though. Alright, so. Ooh, I need to watch out with that. Full skills on.
Whatever.
You hear there's alligators.
Why am I in 5 directives for these? Because I turned on the 5 directives. Or because I was gonna go do the side missions. Because the side missions don't scale with difficulty, these things. They don't
Agent,
scale with
looking to
difficulty.
facilitate.
But they do scale with the directives. That means that it's completely unnecessary at the moment for me to have the directives now. Maybe I should turn them off. Wait, that took, I took no fall damage from that? Yeah. I don't know. Well, that pulsed already, might as well keep pulsing. Oh, my thing comes back.
That's your target. You got the target. Nice. Looks like you earned yourself another bounty. Well done.
That's fine, though, because yeah, let's maybe go do a few of those side missions after. Because each, like 3 of them is 2 levels, so might as well bang those out. Also, I'm kind of like unsure. 'Cause the 2 subjects I kind of want to discuss in those videos is, well, one is basically redoing. I already have a video on positioning, but basically doing another one on just. Although, yeah, would I call it positioning still though? Not sure. I should get that SHD thing while we're there. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Just calling one like improving your game or gameplay. And then the other one is self-analysis. Because yeah, one is basically completely on self-analysis and just how to self-analyze. The first one is there. So maybe I should take the detour and go get that the collectible there and also the SHD cache there.
Base match. Item of interest. Hostile
Also
assembling a
common,
golden
actually.
bullet.
Where's that? Where's that? Oh no, the comms there. I was gonna say the comm isn't in here.
Hostile
So.
has full golden bullet.
This is the time to get these comms and stuff.
Electronic
Because
device detected.
these do scale with directives
Logout
and
is
not
set for
difficulty as
tomorrow
well.
at noon.
I still
Pleasure.
don't feel
The
right about
comms scale with
it.
difficulty.
We should be staying here and
Kind of seem
Doing what?
remembering them giving
Getting
like 40k
sick?
or something at some point.
Dying. We need
Agent received a golden bullet.
I definitely scale with directives. So.
I got this.
And there's some LMG dude just in the distance. Good. It's gonna get me killed. I need to remove that pulse there. Should just put something like a bomber drone there or something. Something that I just wouldn't use even if I had the chance.
Target spotted, Sheriff.
Because yeah, pulse I'm definitely gonna use whenever I get the chance. But I shouldn't, because it eats my hive.
Target neutralized. Good work.
With that last one. Nice in between, yeah. Let's jump back to the White House
Cleaning up the
because we can
streets
get
one
the
bad guy at a time.
15
done.
weapon damage. Better than dating, yeah. Playing the game. Have you tried negging the boss, giving them, you know, trying to make them feel bad about themselves so you can?
Inventory thanks you. Nice doing business.
'Cause, yeah. When you get to Razorback, just say, "Hey, Razorback, you're looking good for a fatso." When you get to a heavy enemy. You're looking good for how fat your ass is. Vultures. Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna keep it for now. I'm running it because yeah, in a second I'm gonna have to go do these side missions, and it does help for those side missions. It's on normal though, so it's normal plus 5 directives, which isn't that bad. That's also why I put together this ongoing directive set. Like that was the whole idea behind it. Did I optimize all of it? I think I sure did optimize all of it, right? I did empty out one of the watch alts on this account, and definitely either Sunday or Monday I'm gonna spend some time getting a watch alt to 40. Because also for the joke build video, I want to make a
Hostile control point nearby.
I want to make a purple headhunter. And on second account, so if I just don't upgrade the, because that's a new way of making purple builds now. Yeah. Sadly, as You don't have to farm them per se anymore. You can just not upgrade on a watch ult. Instead of upgrading to high end, just not doing that.
Target is near you,
And yeah, I
Agent.
wanna. Oh yeah, there's a second again, so yeah, it's gonna be on this one, and then I'm gonna not upgrade that and just make a purple headhunter. Well, actually, what brands will I have access to? Because could try going.
Our enemies want you to stop living life and build the city they want.
Because Araldi,
The hyenas
like 2-piece Araldi.
tore up the rule book long ago. If you want freedom, join us.
Wonder if I have access to Habsburg, but I don't want to make. Although, well, it wouldn't need to be the chest and backpack, so it wouldn't be too hard, per se. I almost pulsed them again.
Hostile assembling a golden bullet.
So 2-piece Habsburg,
Golden bullet complete.
2-piece Araldi. Providence. What else could fit there? Because I can't put Fox's Prayer or anything in there because that's not. There is no purple. Although I could make a purple Fox's Prayer, but it wouldn't. Does it? The purple Fox's Prayer. The stat items don't have the
That's the
stats,
target,
do they?
Agent.
Because yeah, the purple. Like if you make a purple chain kill, it doesn't have a talent. Oh yeah, actually Walker Harris, right? Just more weapon damage.
Feel dizzy.
God damn it, that thing took so long to explode that ate my
I have to move like
Friendly lost!
Scorpio and Golden Bullet are really good. Scorpio's broken optimal range also really helps.
Got the target. Nice.
Or just a piece of palisade maybe. I don't know, I would want to go for damage. Also, we would kind of need to go for damage because we're gonna miss 30 from mods anyway.
they're coming up on the flank. Pin down here. Got the range.
Challenging bounty. So. Not per se that challenging.
In my sights.
That's your target.
Hostile assault turret detected.
Target spotted, Sheriff. Target neutralized. Good work. That's another one down. Good job, Agent.
Let's get the key chest here actually. Might get a chatterbox piece. Although let's get that first. Jump over. Because I wouldn't mind having a little bit in every specialization. I now have a little bit. Yeah, let's go do some of these side missions, just clearing them out. Because each tree is a level, even on normal. But yeah, with 5 directives. Where does this spit me out? Just the same spot, right? Yeah, so let's go do that one
The
first.
theater settlement lost contact.
Not gonna go do the hunter fight. Although, I mean, would that be really that dangerous? You
This
just
might
need
have something
to
to do with
murder
it.
him
They've
quickly.
asked
Yeah?
us to investigate.
He's just dangerous. Because he can murder pretty quick. But it's a bunch of busy work, but I'm not gonna say no to a few pretty much free levels.
Secure the area and search for any surviving members of the community that's been residing here.
Because all of these are on normal, but then with 5 directives. It's interesting that the difficulty doesn't matter for them, but the directives does. That's why I'm running. I'm going.
Hostile assembling golden bullet.
And I'm just not gonna... I'm gonna play it as a lot of people do, which is never use their other skill. Most of these are pretty quick, because most of them are like 5 minutes or something. You know.
All hostages are deceased.
Damn.
Oh, get that. Really need to remove pulse from there.
Received.
Not that I'm at the danger of dying at anything. I should do a lot of pistol kills. Get those pistol kills done.
Just got a report of activity on the roof. See if you can find a way up there.
I found the way up there. Now that I've used it, I might as well keep it for a second to use it again. To show me a side blow profile lady. I might as well get those pistol kills out. I'm sure at some point we gotta have you.
Search for survivors. They may be hiding.
Yep, they may be hiding in hell. Hide and seek. Oh no, actually not there. Wait, you guys are alive?
We'll stay here until it's safe. Then
I found survivors. I shot them. Did you find survivors? I mean, yes. They're no longer survivors though. They're recently deceased. What? Let's murder Pebbles.
It's good you got there when you did. This could have turned out tragic. I'll ask Odessa to send a patrol to escort the survivors.
We have improvised knee pads now. Finally. Let's get this key chest while we're here. Hey. SMG part for here. Should totally try to get the chatterbox at some point. Yeah, let's go do
There's
this side
gardens on the
mission then.
rooftops of an apartment complex. The theater could use them to produce food. Clear out the hyenas and make
That
that
one
area
is a
safe
little bit
again.
longer, the side mission. But still, I feel these are all kind of like shorter than missions by themselves. Actually, at the police station we get one. Oh yeah, we can get that one over there before we get there. Now let's make attempt at cheddar. Oh. Go around. Isn't there an alleyway here? Isn't there an echo here? Oh no, that's a little bit more north.
Hostile has full golden bullet.
Screw those guys. Let's just get in that thing.
All right. Drive out the hyenas and secure the rooftop gardens.
Hostile assembling golden bullet.
Do I have to come in from a different side than that?
We lost another guy.
So we usually go in from there for bounty. We just automatically went there. Let's try going in from a different angle. Sir, madam, may I come in? I'm playing by vampire rules. I have to be invited in. I really have to just enter from this north side. Is that it? Apparently. Does this matter? I think I can put this like, yeah, I get it.
Agent received a golden bullet.
Why was there a drone deploying sound?
I'm seeing hostile activity around the pool on the roof. Looks like the hyenas are running their operations inside one of the neighboring apartments.
How many keys
All
do I
right,
have?
Agent. Get up to the roof and continue the sweep from there.
I'm not gonna open the two here because yeah, we have the chatterbox part from here already. So yeah. So, well, thank you. And I'm hoping you know, the video is also just you know, just me ranting a little bit or giving my opinions. Hoping it doesn't like cause a stir or anything. But yeah, I always pretty much a pet peeve actually. Just people just going, hey, just fun, just do fun things, and then just yeah. But what does that mean? Yeah, let's get rid of this pulse. What should I put here? That I definitely will never, ever use. If I don't have burst or fire. Oh yeah, I don't have all of the skills, of course. You know what? Let's put clusters there. Because yeah, why the hell would I pull out clusters? I can't see shit. At least now I can see shit. Also, I need to get golden bullets first and then get pistol things. Nobody has golden bullets. It's sad that you can't come to these places again. It's also interesting. So this thing doesn't have collision. This thing does have collision. Okay. And this one also doesn't have collision. But then the blue ball does. I kind of want to do blue ball percent at some point with in Division. If you don't know it, there's a silly speedrun thing with in Grand Theft Auto where it is blue ball percent. It's a kind of similar blue ball, but then you have to take it to.
Nah, they can't have gone past us yet. Just wait.
Hostiles near your position.
This must be where most of the hyenas are holed up. Make your way through this side of the complex and secure it.
First get golden bullets.
Hostile has full golden bullet.
And then pistol. I need under pistol kills. Don't really have. I mean, on this account, I have pistol.
A golden bullet.
As well. Might as well sneak it in. Also, I don't mind getting the challenges while I'm on this account. Because on the hardcore. Anyway, now of course we platform over. Yeah, no. But yeah, there's a blue balls here, and you can just get this to the White House or something, all the way from here. Although yeah, you can't enter these areas anymore afterwards. It's annoying. Is that still what you were talking about? And yeah, there's a little bit of stealthy things you can do in Division. It's very limited. But that to me is actually a benefit. Because if you do stealth, you have to do stealth well. A lot of games where you have stealth as an option on top of everything else.
In the eastern apartment building.
It just doesn't work out.
Let's wrap this one up.
Because either the stealth is good and it's the OP thing to do, Hitman style or something, or Ghost Recon style or something,
Agent received a golden bullet.
or it's just bad and you don't want to do it anyway. I like the gameplay of the Division, so stealth is a different game to me, basically. Some of the thing, yeah.
There's water
For
purification
those
equipment
wondering
on the
about
rooftop opposite your position.
jumping jokes, yeah,
Something for the theater.
and a little bit of fun in Destiny yesterday, but it gave me a jumping puzzle right at the start of it.
All right, the apartment complex is ours. Now, these gardens should provide the theater with a steady source of food and water. I'm sure Odessa will be pleased.
So why am I going over? Oh, did I have loot? No. Because I'm not going to get the key chest. We'll leave that for a different time. I'm not going to do this thing. Or should I? I don't remember this. You can die here, definitely. But I feel on normal, I should be fine. I mean, that's how you die, right? I feel I should be fine, and then you go in there, and then you get
If we
murdered.
gain control of the building, we will deprive them of
Let's go to the police station. Run. Oh yeah, exactly. It's either
Nearby location.
like
Guarded
stealth
by
in the
hostiles.
games that it works for is it's either the most OP thing, like a Ghost Recon, Hitman, Skyrim, actually, all of the Elder Scrolls. Morrowind also was very OP. Or it's it's a side thought, and neither really feels good. At that point, you're just better off not having that system in there. Let's try these challenges actually. I need some burns then. I need some headshots. Let's aim high, shall we? I have the flashlight on the pistol. Sure. What? How did they die? No, this guy died. I shot him. Did I just have a heart attack? What even happened there? Sorry, I'm just gonna scroll back a little bit on the YouTubes. What even happened there? What? Oh, he was in. Okay, he was in a line with that guy, and I accidentally shot him. Okay, that makes sense. Like a shot that was meant for him actually hit somebody, hit the guy behind him and killed him.
All right, Agent. Odessa and I will run you through this one. The hyenas have a stockpile of riot gear at the old police station. Armor, smoke grenades, that kind of thing. If we can recover those supplies, then...
Hostile assembling golden
You
bullet.
can recover their supplies, then the hostile can get the golden bullet.
Agent, I know this is against protocol, but remember I asked for help with a personal matter?
Yeah, I remember you
Well,
asking for help.
If you see a working computer, can you search for case number 8150 and check the status? It should be a murder case.
Yeah, sure, I'll look into your husband's murder case for you.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Wait, he's still alive. Oh, no, actually, oh yeah, no, you go into this office and interact here then.
Case number 8150 data file downloaded.
Jackpot. I knew they had a suspect. Agent, can you do me another favor? Can you check for the evidence from that case? It should be in the evidence room.
Evidence? In the
I believe they're
evidence
keeping the
room?
supplies in the parking lot. That room should be on the way there.
Golden bullet received.
Died from the bleed.
Golden bullet complete.
Really? I'm not even like in the amounts that it would show up there. I think I've already killed a few people with the pistol. And then we go into a side room here that you never get to go into again. Huh, how nice! The evidence is just laying out there. Right for
That's
us.
the evidence. Thank you. I owe you one.
Okay, Agent. Now let's hit these guys where it hurts.
In the balls? Sure, Manny. No one is planning on shooting me in the balls. I need headshots, but sure, for you. Anything for you, Manny. This guy just goes sit on the minigun even though we can shoot at him. What a dick. Do I get counterattacked here or is it truly the end? I was gonna say, they're not gonna put a minigun pointing that way and not give me enemies to shoot me. Oh, let's take the heal here.
Good work.
No,
Sending
no,
a team to recover the supplies.
Need the part.
Oh, you want?
Sure, don't.
A friend of mine. was
Actually, we
planning
do get the
a
side
kidnap
mission here.
outbreak.
Yeah, seeing as
Three
we're
civilians
gonna go
went
into
into
that
this
side
museum
mission,
to
let's
rip out
get
some
that one.
wires.
Because then we can always
One
go
of them
up
used to
to
work
that one
there.
if we don't get
Thought
it
they
there.
could get in and
Because
out
that's the
without
only
being
time you get
seen.
to open that one
Knowing the
one
lay of the
crate.
land doesn't exactly keep you safe from hyenas. Not when you're making a racket. Go
And
check.
I'm gonna go to the DZ gates because yeah, it's a side mission. Doesn't really matter if I go there. The side mission is not gonna disappear.
Access complete.
Yeah, let's go.
3 civilians went into this museum to rip out some wires. One of them used to work there. Thought they could get in and out without being seen. Knowing the lay
I
of the
did lose
land
my
doesn't exactly keep you safe
bleed
from
rounds, of
hyenas.
course, on the
Not when you're
research.
making a racket. Go check on them, will you? Three people from the Chinatown community have gone missing in a nearby museum.
You
Keep
just
an
said
eye out
that,
for them,
Manny.
Agent.
Let's get this done!
It's all assaulters. It's weird.
Golden bullet being assembled by hostile.
I need my to start my ongoing so it can be ongoing. I don't think there's a crate here, but there isn't, right? It's on the other side. Where are you doing? Okay. This is the only time you get to that crate in the back there.
We're okay, but they took our friend John to the back of the building.
Find that last hostage. Then we'll work out how to get these electronic locks open.
Don't actually remember what this side mission even really does.
Golden bullet refreshed.
Oh, are you here to save your friend?
Golden bullet received.
I know how to get my friends out. If you get me to the fuse box, I can open the electric locks.
It does explode. Nah. They're green, of course. Of course they don't. Only red ones explode. Access the maintenance room and resets power.
Good. Let's hope that resets the locks.
Literally can't see shit.
Hostile has full golden bullet.
Oh, this place is not supposed to be this dark. Like, not without... I don't have neutral lighting on. Pretty sure.
If I get
This place isn't supposed to be that. They definitely did something to brightness or something, or to what because yeah, a lot of places are a little bit darker, but this place definitely isn't supposed to be this dark. I can't see, literally can't see shit. Luckily I know my way around. So, even then, like, wait, isn't the entrance? What is it here?
Thank you, Agent.
Free
We'll
hostages.
meet up with John and head back before more of those hyenas show up.
All this for some
Oh wait,
cable?
are these those cheap
Good
viewers?
thing they've
These
got
are
a
the
community
free
watching out for
hostages.
them. If they never asked for your assistance,
they're
this
freeing
could have
them,
ended up
they
a
are
lot
free.
worse.
No cost. Okay, damn it. Could have given me the Easter game. I don't have neutral lighting on, right? No, I would have, like, outside would have been. I always forget where that even is. Graphics. Yeah. How does this place look with this on? The same. Yeah. Wait, what is this one? Where is... Oh, wait, what? It didn't take? Or did I escape out? Wait, yeah. It doesn't... Oh, my flashlight is a lot less intrusive. Oh yeah, no, this is neutral lighting. Yeah. Wait, why are these things on all of a sudden? Because I didn't have my settings correctly for a while. Let's go get this key chest. Here, key crate. This might get the... Do I have it maybe already? No, right? I think I only have one chatterbox piece. Yep.
Hostile assembling a golden bullet.
But is there anything special with the old ones that show up as customers or other icons that shotgun encounter this and endgame? If you have never, so if you've been around the map a lot, so these questions, or wait, where is it? That's not a question mark. No, this way.
Hostile
So
has full
if I've
golden
never
bullet.
seen these events before, so this is a public execution. This is a public execution. If you've seen it once, if you've gotten close to it to get it marked, then you know for the rest of the time. Unless there is a different type. So some places can be either public execution or territory. So yeah, that's territory. For instance, yeah, like this spot up there. Let's see if I have a spot that is actually... But for instance here, this can be a territory or a public execution. So if you've seen the public execution, the next time it's a public execution, it'll just show. But then if it's something else, it'll come up as a question. So that means that over time, if you just go and just kind of spot the spots, spot the places, then you'll know. That's why, for instance, yeah, on most of my characters, you don't see many question marks from any of us. I go out of my way actually to just go and spot everything, just partially out of curiosity as well. Just. Visit dungeon. I might. Thing is, I might do it once on because I have a character which hasn't done any of the side missions. I might change grab somebody else on their world so the side mission doesn't complete. But I might do that thing. I don't remember. Does he? Like, is he dangerous? So I remember being that you could definitely die in that fight. I remember like redoing the fight a few times. But yeah, I'm not per se like gonna go out of my way to get it. That one, that one. Let's maybe try to get let's have that one. Yeah, let's go get this thing. If we get it there, we can go to the side mission right away. I mean, yeah, you'd have to get some there. I mean, I did it on hardcore last time I did, or another on heroic. I mean, the last time I did it, which you don't need to do because yeah, I saved it till like much later and then did it once on heroic. And I remember him murdering my face off on her. But yeah, of course here I'm on normal and I have a Scorpio. I might actually go do that. But first I'm gonna, yeah. Thing is, I don't think that one actually benefits, what does it? How much XP does this give? Because this, oh no, it gives the same one. It just says the same. But it gave less.
Hostile has full golden bullet. Agent received a golden bullet.
And for now, let's just get some of these other side missions done. And also, yeah, trying to get the chatterbox pieces. Might as well. Because I have 2 out of 3. There's one up here. Oh well, there's a key chest up here, not the piece. Just to clear. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing the same kind of now, just clearing them out.
Hostile control point identified.
But it also turns out the side missions actually, they do, there we go, that's the last. Oh, we should maybe save it for a day where it's a better targeted. Because yeah, all we need now for chatterbox is to do bank. Maybe it's easier if I just go through the control point. It's not normal anyway, so. Okay, this is not going to be worth it XP-wise or anything.
Hostile assembling a golden bullet.
They're getting shot from behind.
Enemy armor hostile detected.
Stay back!
You're not going anywhere.
We've
I
killed
will
your
do
kind
it that
before.
fast.
Side. Yeah. Look at us.
We have to keep fighting on.
Yeah, entrance is on this side, isn't it? For a side mission. Fake one just to see if anybody was
Going
near.
for the agent.
Agent, coming again. Weapons
What am I
free.
doing?
I got him.
Just kind of reflexively try to pull up his shield, I feel. Or try to pulse. Forgetting I have cool skill though.
Reinforcements en route.
I do have a Elmo already.
Incoming hostiles detected.
I have Elmo, I have Coyote, I have Memento, and oh, actually, because actually it turns out nowadays with
Heavily armored hostile detected.
the countdown and stuff. Because also here as well, actually, I can of course the reward track. I can just claim these two. Which I'm gonna do. One thing I'm really missing is actually just the Cheska chest. Because I would, on this one, much more prefer Memento here. And then Cheska chest, but you would need a Cheska for that. Which is so far as well, just with the things as well. We've done 7 levels.
Hostile control point nearby.
34. I'm just gonna wait close enough to get the completion here, even though this completion is barely anything. Might as well also get my hive back just in case. It's just too easy to think you're kind of like, oh, we're just uneasy and then just triple sniper or something. Go back and forth. Well, that switch always turns it off like that. You get but yeah, no, the lighting, they've definitely done something to the lighting. It's very obvious as well in the, oh well, not recently. It's been since the start of this season, I feel. It's also very noticeable in like the conies.
Isaac can get you into the vault, which is where the declaration will be held. But first, you're gonna have to get past a whole lot of True Sons.
There are some resources around there. Right?
Supply room access.
Actually, on this again, I don't care much about resources because I have watch shots.
Received. Golden bullet.
Some weird noises.
Hostile has full golden bullet.
There's people running upstairs noises. I was like, wait, is there stairs I'm not remembering? Which, no. Hey, those monitors don't fly? What? Oh, damn it. Are all of them fake? No, that one goes. Fake monitors. But actually, exotic wise, I'm pretty well set. Elmo, Scorpio, Coyote. Wouldn't mind having Val, especially
Secure the area and then
trying
get
to
into the
level
vault.
up, using this character to level up a different character.
Hostile assembling golden bullet.
But turns out that, yeah, there's some weirdness there, at least before 30. Because it's weird, actually, that past 30, yeah, you can do the same mission over and over again, but before 30, you can't. I actually did, oh yeah, actually, I was gonna try that today, but I was actually on my laptop spot already, so I want to unpack it. But I did a few missions with that other one, so maybe if they do it on story on their world first, maybe they get XP afterwards. But we'll have to see. So yeah, no worries. And I always feel free to ask, but some things are
The declaration should be in the last storage area on the left.
seem obvious still, or to some, and then I feel quite recently figuring out that chatterbox has a number in it. The chatterbox incessant chatter thing. Like, I never thought to look in there for a number because it definitely has one in there. And yeah, the Declaration of Independence. This is also funny because this is like 4 big pieces of thing, and then
I have 2 sons headed to the archives building.
All right, Agent. If
Pick
the
'em off.
declaration is secure, it's time to get out of there.
How is the declaration secure? Where did I put that? Where did that go? Where did it come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Actually, now that I have Chatterbox, one thing I could do. So Chatterbox is actually also pretty good for 5 directives as
Vital
well.
signs critical. Agent out of action.
Stop dragging it up!
Good work in there. We'll put the
Maybe the
declaration on
last guy
display in
got
the White House and get the word out that it's been
If you're
secured.
especially on lower
It's gonna send a
difficulties and
message.
stuff.
It's gonna give people hope.
So, but yeah, this Fury would like be even a lot faster here than this. That was a dumb way to
Some
get
civilians
down.
were trying to salvage artwork inside the gallery east of 7th and haven't returned yet. That's True Son's territory. They could be in trouble.
Yeah, let's go to that. And it's annoying. Bartrix every few weeks. That's the bot I use for putting the chats up. Had some issues here and there. The point that I should really look for alternative. I mean, I guess there are a few. Okay. We'll just have to deal with it today. Am I still not done with the pistols one? Oh, I've done a lot of pistols. Oh, I'm done already. Okay. That's why. As I was seeing it a minute ago. Oh, bounties. Grenade kills, elite hostiles, evaded mission. Oh yeah, spec kills. I am wild. I have them. Yeah, spec kills, skill kills, and then yeah, bounties, and that's grenades. So I want to get most of the challenges on this account. And yeah, spec kills, I can just even use the TAC 50 for that. I mean, not even use the TAC 50, like TAC 50 is actually pretty good for that.
Hostile assembling a golden bullet.
Guys are
Agent, check inside the
across.
gallery. Some civilians from a
they
nearby
should.
community were trying to salvage artwork, but True Sons might have shown up.
Hostile completed the
Sounds might
golden
have shown
bullet.
up. As well, how much of the weekly did I do with them? Oh, I just need 3 more hyenas. Huh. Well, bank will give me 2 anyway. Because we'll definitely get the weekly done this character at some point.
Where are those brats hiding? Find the spies!
Actually, no, the fighting starts after this, right? Oh no, oh, no.
I knew it!
Golden bullet received.
Better not get hit again.
Better not get hit again, and then he gets hit by Tech 50. Hey, also, isn't this all lorem ipsum?
Hang on. You're not with the True Sons.
Yeah, lorem ipsum dollar. So, our selection, a modern take, is just lorem ipsum. All of these are lorem ipsum, I think. Yeah.
We were separated from Dion. He ran towards the rotunda. Please find him.
It's 2 out of 3.
Kind of sucks.
The
They
last
should have like
hostage made
marked
for the
all these.
rotunda. Head over there and find
This is
him.
of course just for a side mission.
They're here for the spies. Take them out!
Oh shit. Just running through here like, oh, it's the bounty medal. Right? Yeah, no. I was gonna say there's a fight here.
You're going down! He's dead!
Kablooey. Wait, this is a defense, right? In a second. No, the statue isn't there afterwards.
Are you?
Wait, why did it
Pure
say talk to the
division.
hostage?
Please, help me protect this
He
statue.
doesn't seem like a
it has to
hostage.
survive all of this. The True Sons will find us any second. I've had worse.
Yeah, ready to fight! How do you like
I'll
this?
go up, down with him. I guess it's not gonna spawn there. Oh, let's murder this guy.
Hostile completed. The golden bullet.
Dion Bailey. Yeah, talk to hostage. What? Are you a hostage?
You might think that was reckless, but one day we'll all be glad we still have art from before.
Save those people, Agent. Can't say I agree with their priorities, but I have to admit, I respect what they're doing.
Sure. You go ahead and respect what they're doing. I'm just gonna call them idiots. Artifact there. And also,
Priority item
we have
detected.
an artifact downstairs as well, don't we? Isn't there one here as well? Or am I? Yeah. Might as well get those. On to the next, which is
The
down.
True Sons have claimed a water source connected to a museum on the National Mall. We need you to secure the location and switch on
Knowing
the
that I
pumps.
can't do this classified.
Hostile
Hopefully
assembling
they
golden bullet.
fix that, or maybe if in first login if it's available on Tuesday. Because I need to do that one before all of the other ones come onto the map. Because I would love to have them for fast travel, but because I own, like, this account does have the thing, but get up, Manny. Yeah. You know what I respect, Manny? People who keep their mouth shut. Don't keep talking in my ear. Although, you know what? Actually, yeah, that's... I feel... As annoying as Anaya was, I'm really learning to walk away from people, quest givers, after they give me the quest, instead of just like, you know, sitting there and then checking it. Because Jesus Christ, those guys talk way more. When did this get displaced?
There's a water source connected to a museum on the National Mall.
True sons.
Neutralize any hostiles and then activate the pumps to get the...
It's buried underneath the National Mall. Thousands of gallons of clean water connected to the museum. The pump is...
Received. Golden bullet.
Come on, let me poke you.
I spotted a fountain on the roof. Looks bone dry. Guess the True Sons haven't figured out how to switch it on yet.
Not the best specialization weapon for doing that, but it's the specialization weapon I'm trying to level up, so. Although actually, yeah, we got the 15 for the weapon, but this thing is actually already usable. Could have more than a few levels as well for getting the flashbang, getting the stability. It's also I'm kind of running out of time. At most I can go another 15 minutes, so let's finish off this. These though aren't lore maps, some guys are too big, but I do remember sitting here and reading everything once. That is kind of fun actually, but
The pump must draw water up from underground. You'll need to turn it on before you can activate the fountain.
actually we need to turn this one first, right? And then I wonder which one it will be. Looks like that one explodes. Is it the yellow ones? What a
You
puzzle.
switched on the water pump. Head up to the roof.
I turned the valve and it was all yellow. Here's the also a bunch of sacred water.
There's some valves.
I always
on the
love
roof.
when games
Looks like they're connected to the water source.
actually have readable stuff in them. Because who wants to read a book, right? But reading a video game. That's what the cool kids do. Totally.
Turn on those valves, Agent. Get that water flowing.
Yeah, let's get her wet. So sad about that they fixed this one. You could climb up here and get up on that ledge up here. I wonder if there is other places maybe still there. But that was the famous spot. I could jump on top there. Use it for a bunch of intros. I don't really like this one. Just because everyone's on, yeah. Accidentally shot Inaya.
Hostile assembling a golden bullet.
Accidentally on purpose. You know what? I shot her in the legs just so she can finally make that chair that she wanted. Now she asked him. But now she also has to put wheels on it.
Hostile has full golden bullet.
Yeah, that was a spec kills, and then yeah, I need also spec kills while golden bulleted, which is 50. Oh, we can get that then. Cause I can go a little bit over. Cause what time did I start? So
I can see a waterfall
latest.
from up here.
All right, we've got a new source of clean water. This should be enough for everybody.
Also, mission is complete here. Why do we even need to go this route? I usually do, but
Portable device detected.
oh, there's a comm on this end. Where's this comm then? Oh, that's actually not. Oh, that's on the side of the. Yeah, I know what that means. I didn't get it in there. There's the other way you go up. And boo. Shit. Let's actually go get this one then.
Taking control of Rayburn House. We can't get a visual on the site.
Then we have done
but we know they're
the
planning
right side of the
something.
map mostly. Oh, that's the descent start mission. Let's go get this to SHC requisitions or SHC. Just SHC points, SHC caches as well along the way. Oh. It's annoying that I can't fast travel to the invaded one, but I can to the normal one once I toggle.
Hostile control point detected.
Taking the capital will deal a huge blow to the True Sons.
Yeah, you
But
guys
the
have fun.
priority is to get back the briefcase
I'm gonna be
President
over
Ellis
here.
was carrying aboard Air Force One. Kelso's waiting aboard a helicopter to extract it as soon as you secure it. If what Ellis told us is true, a lot depends on getting that case to him. You'll have
Not be
civilian
walking
assistance
when
to
I'm
get you through the
taking a shot.
perimeter, but you'll be on your own once you're inside.
Received. Golden bullet.
Okay. So, while they have the golden, actually I didn't get this cycle ever yet, did I?
I'm sorry, Senator, but I don't have any more to give you. You've taken all we have.
This is all you can give me? There's got to be some mistake. Do you know who I am?
I told you we're out of med kits. You got the last ones.
Excuse me? You're taking how many when the rest of us have to go without? My office
No
and my
detected.
family need these. You'll just have to wait until the next shipment. This isn't fair! I'm sorry, but that's just the way things work. I'm sure you'll be fine. No! It's not fair that you got more than
Junior
one!
senator from
You're
Oakland.
not special! Excuse me? Get your hands off me.
She's right. It doesn't matter you're a senator.
Come on, lady. Just give her one of the kids.
No! They're mine! I need them!
Zelda. Zelda mid soda. Yeah. Who doesn't love playing Zelda and, with soda? Having some soda while you're playing some Zelda. Can
Hostiles
start,
guarding location nearby.
legendary- yeah. Well, solo. Oh yeah, the headhunters can get pretty high.
System malfunctioning.
Reinforcement!
Golden bullet complete.
Some names group, yeah.
System restored.
Let's not use my hack here.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Why aren't those lighting up?
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
What? From what? Oh, is it territory control? Oh, that's my special move.
Vital signs critical.
Why am I surrounded again? What is this?
Access key detected.
Target's still alive.
Detected. Nearby location.
Oh,
Guarded
the
by
summons are
hostiles.
ours. Oh yeah, actually. Yeah. How many? Well, no, this is the level 40, right? So this wouldn't be the level 30 targeted. Still wouldn't mind getting a better AR on the 30 count. Well, actually, on this account. Yeah, let's go to the Rayburn house.
True Sons have shown up
Actually,
at
let's get
Rayburn
this
House.
calm down here.
The inner courtyard is shielded
Oh,
from
shit.
view. Go in and find out what they're up to.
Got to get the
Electronic device detected.
HD cache up
That's
there.
what they call themselves. Don't ask me. Huh. They're essentially an alliance of gangs led by a council of representatives from the toughest
There's
subgroups.
some.
Federation of assholes. Pretty much. What about the True Sons? Former JTF commander went bad.
Human remains detected. Identity confirmed. True Son.
Dead True
Division
Sons?
agents.
This means trouble.
Remember the good old days when Black Tusk and True Sons would murder each other?
Hit! Right there!
Hostile assembling golden bullet.
Got a jammer here!
Wait for them to
Ours!
get jammed in.
Dead! Moving to engage!
Refreshed. Golden bullet.
Those were Black Tusk operatives. Whatever's going on here, they kept a low profile. Head inside and find out what they're planning.
Planning the end of the world. Go away, bug. And let's get the comm all the way upstairs as well. Over here. Because this is the... You know, totally... That other guy totally accidentally shot himself in the back. Oh, wait, what? It's still encrypted? What? Does it autoplay? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the thing of Mendes getting murdered by Secret Service peoples in under the orders of Schaefer.
Heavy contact!
Also means Sokolova.
Another dead asshole!
Golden bullet received. Drone charging docks detected. Status inactive.
Must be Black Tusk Recon Center. We need to destroy it. Try plugging Isaac into one of their workstations.
Let's try plugging it into one of their workstations.
Preparing overclock. Systems at 0%.
Best way to get rid of them is to overcharge them. Now hold on until they're all booted up, then you can input the command.
Because also after this one, we can get the other same mission.
Systems at 25%.
Overestimated how low I'll go. And that's a lot of drones. It'd be funny if they all suddenly became explosive drones and just murdered my face off.
Systems at 50%. Hostile has full golden bullet.
Spec kills done.
Systems at 75%.
I feel like here they just never really force you to like that. Also, the interesting thing here is the black dust drones are actually different than our drones. These are our drones. These are SHD tech drones.
Systems at 100%.
Because the black dust drones are like the ones that explosive ones and stuff that they put up.
Now, fry 'em.
Are pretty different looking. Neat.
Those were reconnaissance drones, and yet I couldn't find any intel on the hard drive. Sweep the building for other workstations.
Is this just audio bug? God damn it. Hopefully it's just this area. Looks like it. What was it? It's a very slidey floor. Or just one of the weird ones.
Workstation detected.
Oh, hi. Glad you being there. 15 black keys.
Drone logs and situation reports. Hopefully this will tell us how much
Hey, there's
the
also
Black
the
Tusk know
one
about
of the few
division
times you can
activities.
get this route.
Now get out of there.
This just isn't available. As you come out like here.
Golden bullet being assembled by hostile.
Yeah, this will be the last thing for me. For today as well, because yeah, I won't be streaming this evening.
Golden bullet refreshed.
I'll be at work. But actually, I'm gonna be babysitting for a majority of it, so towards the end, so I can likely stitch together that video and get it up maybe. So it'll go up tomorrow. On some of the takes.
Finding the Black Tusk here was a surprise, but at least this place is no longer in operation. We'll analyze
Yeah,
this
actually,
data
while we're
and
here,
find out how much
let's
they
go
know.
get this thing. I'm gonna keep forgetting otherwise. It's the one of the last SHD caches on the map, because I think it's only that one and maybe in the White House zone. Yeah, like these two in the White House zone. Because I just didn't go and get them. Let's just go get them for the completionist in me.
Received. Golden bullet.
That's all about this route with it. So if we get the super rare enemies spawning inside of the of that area. This is also an area they likely intended to use for things, but they just didn't in the end. Outside. Let's get the comm in the back as well over here. What is this comm actually?
Portable device detected.
That's update.
So we all know how we got in this mess, right? A psycho named Dr. Gordon Amherst.
But yeah, there are some walkways over there and sometimes enemies spawning in there. And I feel this is like very much a place that
The good news news, if there can be any kind of good news in something like this, is that the virus
It was
looks like
maybe
it's mostly
intended to be
burned
used as
itself
a
out.
mask. And also, yeah,
You
this is
can
also
still
a
find
place where
pockets if you go looking for
there's
it,
a
but
ton of
why
text.
in the hell would you want to do that?
That is actually not lorem ipsum. You can actually read it all. Except actually, I think there is some lorem ipsum. Like these things are lorem ipsum, I think. Oh yeah, lorem ipsum. It's filler text. Beautiful flower. Vario flower. All of them are also. Well, the interesting thing is that is different than them. It's marking like where it exists is different on each of those. Yeah, let's take it back to the White House. Let's actually see how many sharpshooter points we have. I think that was kind of the side goal of the day in getting a few sharpshooter points. So we can use that specialization as well. Oh, 41. More than enough to get... Because where's the stability down? And then the ammo one. And then, yeah, we should keep enough to get the sharpshooter and then the scope or the marksman rifle. Oh yeah, they want a grenade. Actually, it's ahead of survivalist now. Okay, let's go back to survivalist actually for now. Yeah, let's sell all this because currency is all neck.
Should fill up my inventory. Glad we got that settled.
Let's pop all these caches. Also, this character, the hardcore one, is also pretty close to getting the weekly done, so likely do the weekly with them tomorrow. Let's get that out of the way, basically.
What can I help you find?
And I want to mess around a little bit more with. I actually want to keep that nearby. Yeah, seeing if we can find good ways of leveling an alt. Because I wonder now actually that one of those characters has done the or like the other character has done the mission actually on story mode. If they come to this world, if they...
Thanks for your business.
Actually, I should have sold it all. If they get the XP, because yeah, currently they're just getting XP once per mission, which is odd because we don't have that at level 30. So I'm wondering what the cause is. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me for today. I'm gonna go find somebody to raid on the Twitch end. Oh no, actually, yeah. There's see Toasty there. Let's just do Toasty. They put themselves in legendary title jail. Let's go keep them company in cell block 1. But yeah, enjoy some Toasty, and yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, likely in the evening, not in the afternoon because I'm gonna be very late this evening or tonight. But yeah, we'll continue on. And then actually after this weekend, I'm gonna have a lot of time, so it's gonna be fun with doing a bunch of afternoon streams and stuff like that. So yeah, enjoy Toasty for now, and thank you all for joining me, and hope to catch some, if not all of you, in the future. And as always, have a good day.